Stay tuned. The
Are you ready?
series is going to
Wake up your magic.
My name is Fanta.
So the winds just come across me, and I was just thinking, how do I explain to you what faith is? Is faith a feeling, a knowing? What is faith? Is it a word? Is it a space in a vocabulary segment of communication? You hear the chapels and the ministers, and you hear religions, and then you hear conversations and friendships, you hear leaders, you hear people across the board using those words, and just a little bit too often it gets contradicted by actions. So I thought it would be an appropriate conversation to just see where you are with your own faith. And for me, what faith is me knowing that the universe works in a benevolent way and in an orderly manner, and that law of attraction is working, and that I'm the creator, understanding that, and I'm evolving through my own experiences. So where does faith come in? Whereby it shifts your perspectiveness into who you are. If you're going to use the word, then you have to understand what faith is. Using the word is not going to bring faith into your life. Faith is understanding that something is coming. You've asked for something, and something's happening. Have faith. Why? How can you have faith? You can only have faith if you believe in it. You can't have faith if you're a non-believer. Where faith comes in and trust has a backhand on it is when who you are being and what you are doing is in alignment with how you feel. Speaking about faith, so for example, a big one is so many people are in a space of being single, for example. And they've been married already, or they haven't just found that right partner, and they go, I have faith that the right person's going to come. Of course the right person is going to come if you're being that vibration of that person. Or the same person is going to show up in a different personality or skin or image or expression that you have experienced. Because faith is asking for something and then knowing that it's already on its way. The gap between you and your faith is you knowing you. And that's the gap right there. It's not that there is no faith. There is a gap between you not knowing yourself. And when I say yourself, not like what it is and who, it's knowing how you are connected to yourself, knowing who you're being, knowing your reality checks of life, of if you know that you're going to act a certain way and that they're going to have triggers. Some people have triggers with money. Some people have triggers with racism. Some people have triggers with politics. Others have triggers with religion. Other people have triggers with food or ailments or allergies or unconscious thoughts or whatever. Other people have triggers with judgments. It's different for everybody. You have to know you. So if we're going to talk on faith, faith comes from you being in alignment with a higher connection of self. Everything is from a benevolence. You coming from a higher order and you being connected to your higher self. All right, so I trust that God is going to give me all that I want. Of course. if you have asked it, and if you had spoken to God from a place of alignment. Because if you're praying or if you're asking God from a place of fear or anger or distortiveness, then that's where it's going to be created from. Because the relevance of those experiences is to bring you back into alignment. So the contrast now becomes your teacher. You have to be responsible for what you've asked for. If you're asking for things of substance, okay, without controlling that, then you have to understand that then it's going to be answered. But if you're being ignorant to you wanting the control over somebody else's life, that doesn't work. Well, I have faith that he's just not going to do what he's going to do. No, a snake is always going to bite, a frog's always going to hop, a butterfly is always going to flutter, a flower is always going to nag. Those are the things. A tree is always going to grow, or it's going to die, or it's going to do whatever. But you don't have control as much over the butterfly, the flower, the frog, the snake, the bird, the tree, just like you have any control over another human being. So you have to place faith where? Where does faith belong? Where would you use that? And how would you use it? People are, there's another spectrum that is, is it faith? Is it trust? Is it hope? Do they all belong together? No. Hoping something will happen is not knowing who you are. Trusting the process is absolutely you claiming your alignment and knowing that you're in alignment with yourself. Having faith is knowing that you have asked for something and the universe has already delivered. It's written in every scriptured book. It doesn't make a difference if you're Chinese, okay, Afrikaans, French, Vietnamese, Mexican, Argentinian, Portuguese, South African. Doesn't make a difference. Makes a difference how you vibrate. Makes a difference who you're being. Universal language doesn't have separation. It's all vibrationally based. A smile goes a long way. What you know in your heart is what you're going to attract. Who you're being is only a reflection of where your thoughts and your feelings are. Saying faith, oh, I have faith, but you're worried about the money. You have a judgment on the people that come into your life. You have all these paradigms and limited boundaries of how the universe can deliver for you. That's not faith. That's you being resistant. That's the word. You have a resistance. You believe but you don't believe. You're letting your past experiences dominate and overcloud your fog and understanding that every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. Do you believe in what you've asked for? Now, here's the big one. Do you want what you've asked for? Ooh. And that's where it gets caught up. Because you have to be in alignment. If you're asking for something, oh, you know what? I want this house because your friend has a house or your sister-in-law has a house or you've seen the house in the social media or you've always wanted a house. But do you really? Is that the house for you? And guess what? Only you know that. Because there's part of you that has to get the house to understand if that house is for you. That's why experience is such a great teacher. Go get what you want. But you got to check in if what you want is what you want. Faith is not left out there. Faith is orchestrated in the tapestry divine thread of life and the cornucopia of your desires. It's already done. But if you don't know who you are, then that is going to fall through the cracks of that weave. That tapestry has got some open holes, and then you get caught and muddled up in the maze versus your own cornucopia and labyrinth of life itself. It's supposed to go around and clockwise, not spiraling down anti-clockwise. And that's okay when you yourself jump off from that clockwise feeling of everything is good and it's cornucopia of life. Because it's always the contrast that gives you those experiences and those jolts. Sometimes we get a lot more fire being burnt than when everything is going hanky-dory, right? It's the animal in us. It's that instinct of contrast. It's that evolution of don't give up. And that the contrast has also its benevolence, right? It's how you see it. So, what am I asking? Do you have faith? If you're using the word faith, do you believe in what you've asked for, that you've already received it? Are you questioning what you have asked for? Because there's a very, very, very big difference between asking for something and then receiving something. And I used to do this exercise. If you guys know anything about my work, I've got a magic ribbon out there, and it's all about stepping into your wishes. It's about you asking yourself, okay, what is it I really want? Okay, a pair of shoes, a car, a house, a new kitchen, a pool, a new friend, an opportunity. And is it tangible enough that I'm awake enough to get and to understand that whatever I'm asking for, I'm going to get? But what you're asking for and how you receive it, two very different stations, two very different vibrations and frequencies. You've got to get in tune to that. So I hear people go, have faith, my friend, or have faith from the podium. And then limiting thought forms are coming in, redirecting that faith. That doesn't work. That's distorting you. That means that you don't know who you are. But now if you know that you're going to get triggered when your finances get short, or when your nest egg is dwindling down, you have to know who you are. How do you react in hot water? How do you react in risk-averse situations? How do you respond to life? How do you respond to stress? How are you in a chaotic situation? How are you in an abundant situation? How are you with... You've got to know who you are. That's the missing component to faith. You don't know who you are. And here's the mistake that everyone does. You think you and your friend are the same. You're not. Here's the bigger one. Women think that woman and woman are the same. They're not. There's not one woman that's the same. There's not one man that's the same. There's not one soul that's the same. And for modalities and healing modalities out there, you can't be generalizing. What works for one person might not necessarily work for another. Now, when you believe that what you've asked for, you've already received, now it's your job to know who you are. If you're fearful of snakes, don't go put yourself in the snake pit. Because all you're doing is you're ignoring what you're fearful about. This isn't in the Great Awakening right now. It's not the time for you to be immersed in things that trigger fear, trigger emotional insecurities, or make you feel vulnerable, or do whatever. We're not looking for the breakdown in you. We're looking for the breakthroughs. And a lot of the times you go through the breakdowns to go through the breakthroughs. We get that. It happens every single time. It's not different. But be cognizant. Be responsible. Okay? Who's driving your car? This is not a time to be on autopilot. This is not the time to have faith that other people are going to do the right thing for you. They might be caught up in an emotional turmoil. They might have been psychically vampirized. They might be ignorantly distracted. And you counting on them? That's not very smart. You got to count on you. That's where faith comes in. Are you connected to what strengthens you? Are you having faith in yourself, in who you are, and how you are created and what you are creating? That's the power. That's the strength. That's the force. Not somebody else's program that has no relevance to your own thoughts. Now, are there guidelines? Are there shortcuts? Absolutely. I've got programs of my own. I've got tools of my own. But the wind is the wind. And the wind is there for everybody. It just works differently from where you are. Some people might get in the wind, they'll get upset, oh, the wind just blew everything away. I'll be, I thank God for the wind because it's just blowing a breeze right through me and I'm like, oh, I'm delighted. Other people might be worried, oh, my hair's going to get all messed up. That's all relevant. That's all different. But faith is faith from where you are, from how you're connected to what you're saying. You can't be saying, well, I have faith, but I'm worried about the money and I'm worried about this and this is not going to happen and that's not going to happen. And that's a faith stealer. That's actually not a faith stealer. That's a dream stealer. That's stealing your dreams. A negative charged person that cannot control their mouth, that cannot control their inner habits of negative charged resistance. Be aware of that. That's a force to be reckoned with. That is something that will distort you and your life and everything around you because it cannot control you. If you're looking at controlling anything else but yourself, revisit that. Be inspired by your faith within you and how you're asking for things and where that vibration came from. I see people asking for $1 million and they are fearful of even paying their rent. Timing is off, guys. Come on. Raise your awareness. Build it up. It's called the Maslow's hierarchy. Learn to use your creative force. Learn to harness your power. Learn to enrich that. Have faith that everything that you've asked for will come, but you have your own stepping blocks. Right? So, in understanding that, you understand that you're now the crown jewel. You're the one that has favor. You're the one that bestows those ingredients upon you and how you do that. Raise your awareness to what you're asking for and then match it up with your desire. Is that what you really want? And if you've got the experience, make sure you clean yourself out so that your past experiences are not reincarnating into your now. I'm delighted and favored with this opportunity to share this information and this conversation. May it touch you, may it inspire you, and may it wake you up to your greatest calling.
You want to laugh again? You want to open up and awaken your wisdom box so that you can manifest your dreams in this lifetime experience. We are empathic. We are sensitive. We are intuitive. We are psychically attuned to this energy world that is awakening who we are. You're so much more than who you think you are. And remind yourself that your higher self absolutely knows what you want. You are the creator of your future life. Holds for you what you have put into your future, what you're thinking, but most of all, what you're feeling. That is what is coming to you. That is how the universe talks. You are the creator of your life. We all are.
Are you ready?
My name is Vanahaha.